Bridging the opportunity gap for kids in traditionally underserved communities. That is the mission of the Juice Foundation, which was founded in 2019 by Celtics star Jaylen Brown. The organization focuses on 4 key areas: entrepreneurship and financial literacy, health and wellness, leadership and activism, and sustainability and technology. And joining me now is Mechalle Brown, Chairperson and Director of the Juice Foundation, and Jaylen Brown's mom. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
We're so glad to talk about these organizations and initiatives happening in this city. The Juice Foundation focused on educational opportunities, equal educational opportunities. Talk about the opportunity gap and the need to create this organization.
Yes, thank you for that. Jaylen's journey from UC Berkeley Bridge program to MIT being a fellow, it was the realism. It opened up his eyes to saying it was a really simple truth that, hey, there are so much talent everywhere, but not any access. I mean, kids that are bright, but they live in an area where there is no resources for them to be able to do so. So with that being said, even locally, Jaylen realized that, wow, this is, a systemic problem. It is, the opportunity gap and with the wealth gap as well. So he was like, I want to bridge that gap. So with that being said, he created the Juice Foundation. So, and he wanted to do that with bridging the gap with high potential youth that connects to the resources, the great resources of Massachusetts. This is a rich culture of resources and different things here in this area. So he wanted to be able to connect those resources. And I think it's about economic mobility as well, being that you want to make sure that the young adults in the Commonwealth area, that they get to know that they have the opportunity to be a creator, to be a business owner, to be a leader, whatever they want to be, they have that opportunity to be that.
Absolutely. The Bridge program we know is the Foundation's signature initiative.
Yes.
It's for students grades 8 through 12. It combines STEM and STEAM learning, mentorship, career exploration. What do kids get to experience through this program? Like, what kind of skills do they get?
Well, they also get, they learn AI, they learn robotics, they also learn sustainability. That's Jaylen's big on that. But they also go to the human side, which means they get emotional intelligence. They are consumer service, and also being leadership. So they get all that in activism a little bit in there as well. But just to be able to, we're building individuals and citizens that are going to be well-rounded. They'll have transferable skills that they can use wherever they go, whatever job they want to take. So we're doing all of that to build up the community.
I love that you said leadership skills. That's so huge, right?
Yes, very important.
Real life skills. What kind of impact have you been seeing from this program for these kids?
Oh my goodness, the impact that I've seen. It's such a success to see a child come in the beginning of the week into MIT. They're intimidated. They've never been there, and they don't think that they ever have an opportunity to go there. But by the end of the week, they're much more confident, and they know they think, oh no, this is not, I can go here, I can be this, I can do that. So with that, and then their parents to come back and say, hey, my child is different, she's more of a leader, and then to go into your own school and start different projects. We have kids that learned robotics and our internships and different things. They went on to do it in their school because they said, hey, I learned this in the summer, but I want these kids to learn it too. Wow. So that right there was, that makes me smile and warms my heart. That's the success to continue it and why we keep going.
It's emotional too, right? To see
very
the
much
growth.
So. Yes, exactly. To be a mom and another mom and saying, can I talk to you? I'm like, of course. I'm thinking, I was like, and she said, no, this has been really good for my son, and I just want to thank you all for doing this. I'm thanking you as a mom. I was a single mom myself, to be able to bring and have that commitment and investment in your child to bring them and to want to see them get these opportunities. So kudos to parents as well.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I love that you said that. How's the Juice Foundation working to expand?
We are working to expand with going into the greater gateway cities of Boston, say Chelsea and Lynn, and also Springfield and Pittsfield. Going into those communities is so much untapped potential, and we want to be able to expand and go into that community and have them learn as well. But we also want to talk about Boston Exchange, which is our other program that is under Juice Foundation as well, and that's with building up with Jaylen, teamed up with Drew and Lauren Holiday, and they think they align and they know that social impact is a team sport, so they are working together to build up small businesses in the greater Boston area and give them the skills and help to get the capital for them to be successful. MIT and Harvard are great partners with that.
I definitely want to dive into Boston Exchange Accelerator. We have to talk about this program.
Yes.
Just for folks who don't know, it gives underinvested creators the tools and capital they need to thrive. Well,
yes.
We can tell you just last week here on CityLine, we interviewed Sydney Baptista, the founder of Pioneers Performance Streetwear. It's one of the several businesses that BXC has supported. How has the program kind of helped to close that racial wealth gap?
Well, like I said before, it's going to take more than this one organization. It's, not silos, it's the whole community getting involved. But I think once the community gets involved and you give back and you hire locally, that will bring everyone together and just have that economic value go up. So I think the community within the community and supporting each other will be able to help the economy grow. But it's first being able to know that you have your neighbors to count on as well.
Absolutely. I know your son, Jaylen Brown, has had many titles: Celtics star, NBA champion, MIT Media Lab fellow. The list goes on. How proud are you, though, when you look at the Juice Foundation, when you look at the Boston Exchange Accelerator program and his focus on philanthropy, social justice, when you see that? As a mom,
yes. How
do you feel?
And as a mom, it's very inspiring. I feel it warms my heart to see that he did use his platform for the great things. My mom would be so proud of him now that he did, go into service like, our family has for several years. But as a mom, it makes me just smile. And I think that, there's still more work to be done and others to help us do this. But, this is just the beginning. So with that being said, he has a lot of work to do. We all have a lot of work to do, so.
We all have a lot of work to do.
Yes.
Mechalle Brown, thank you so much for joining us and shedding light on these important programs. We're going to put information on our website, WCVB.com. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you. All right, scarce resources, unmet needs, and a triple burden. Why researchers say our area's nonprofit sector needs systemic change. Coming up.